Hey there, fellow bookworms. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, Brandenburg Shelter. Episode 23, Finding Just What I Was Looking For. In hindsight, maybe I should have eaten that cheese. I'm gonna check this house, because, Debbie here is kind of hungry. And I keep failing to pack myself a lunch. Oh god, okay. The door was open, you guys. All three decided to lunge through the window. Peak zombie logic. Given that these zombies still have, like, uncoagulated blood, because, you know, when I hit them with the crowbar, blood sprays everywhere, I feel like it would be really gory. But it'd be pretty cool if, when zombies go through, like, broken glass windows, that they, like, spill their blood and guts everywhere. Because that would be a lot more realistic, right? You can't dive through a window full of shards of glass and not expect to not lose your your insides. Be like a hardcore blood mode. I wonder what it would do for Chinese censors, because I know a lot of video games nowadays have, like, a bloodless mode. For Chinese markets, because they're a lot more strict about depicting blood. And as a result, you get games where, like, when you get attacked, you don't bleed red, you bleed, like, green. Like you're spraying gack everywhere. It's kind of funny. Why was he invisible to me until he was, like, on top of me? What the hell? Seemed weird. I mean, he could have been standing right here, but I would have seen him through the window. Or something, I don't know. Felt like he... I heard him, but it definitely felt like he just kind of appeared. Alright, any food? Fresh salami, that will do. And uncooked squash. I'll cook that later. Fresh peas. Oh, sweet. We lost power just long enough that the peas hadn't rotted. So that should, I'm no longer hungry. I mean, I'm hungry, but not, like, weight loss levels of hunger. Another sledgehammer. You know what? I'm going to take it. Because, you could certainly break your first one. And unless you have particularly high blacksmithing skills, they're kind of hard to make. Imagine how happy I would have been if I didn't have a sledgehammer up at this point and just, like, found a random one in someone's, like, closet. Pretty unusual thing to find in a random closet, for sure. Especially of a house this trashed. This house screams got super looted early on in the apocalypse. Chinese censoring to white never stopped to crack you up? Oh, yes. Yeah, white is a bad color for liquid to be sprayed everywhere. I agree with you there. I think the funniest... I guess I don't know this for sure, but I remember reading it. That, the Iron Man movie that had the Mandarin as, like, the big bad guy, but it was a joke because he was, like, a hired fake bad guy. China still didn't want the bad guy to be called the Mandarin. So in China, they named him the Man Darren. So, like, it was just a random dude named Darren. It's like, China, please. Like, this is not... There was nothing xenophobic about calling him the Mandarin. It was a goofy joke of a name because he was supposed to be a goofy joke of a bad guy. So the fact that you wanted him renamed just is so silly. At least that slightly fit the movie's Mandarin. Yeah, I mean, it did. He was just the Mandarin. I guess. But, I don't know. I gotta laugh out of that. Like, there was nothing Chinese about Ben Kingsley, the Mandarin. Well, apparently it's not stinky right here. This is, like, sufficiently corpse-free. I'm gonna rest here a minute while I recover. So I want to go through the tornado shelter. I think as someone that is a manager of a shelter, it would be good to see what other shelters look like. But we are also just a stone's throw away from the school, where I'll be able to potentially get a carpentry book or other books that I need. Maybe. Alright, let's get moving. This stream has been a lot of combat and not a lot of construction or progress. Well, I guess there's progress. We're definitely scoping out our neighborhood. And I've killed a good 200 zombies or so. No. She died to a crotch stump. Okay. So there's the soccer fields, and then that building over there, that's the school. The southern edge of the school. Is it close to where I said it was? Yeah. Yeah. I got it roughly. So this is, of course, just a tornado shelter. With rotten tacos. Canned cocktail fruit. Come on. I know you're there. What the hell? Fine, I'm closing the door. Oh god, that's so much worse. I see you redeemed ask a question about the game, but I don't see your question. I need a cape with this hat? If I can find one. I will slowly try to shop for an appropriate attire. Maybe like a bathrobe might be close to completing the ensemble. But yeah, alright. It's just a bunch of benches. So unless I... Oh, they're carpentry bench. What? They're benches made of... Okay, sure. That's wood. Who's growling at me? I definitely heard... Oh, there you are. There's a bunch of you. Wow! When did I become so efficient? Just one shot, one shot, one shot. I deserve snapping into this, here, dehydrated meat stick. Box of canned fruit cocktail. Let me open this. I wonder how many are inside. So we're turning a 4 encumbrance into what? Hope it's not like 4 encumbrance into 8. Oh, no. Oh, okay, 6 of them. Which weigh 4.8. I made it worse. I could pack them back up? Oh, God! Can you not? Oh, and the whole train just saw me. Alright. Taking the pills. Sticking as many of these in my duffel as I can before this pain train gets to me. So today might not be the day that I get into the school, but I've cleared just about everything up to it. Yeah, you can pack up a surprising amount of stuff now. Like sheet ropes and things like that. There's a lot of things that can compress, which is really, really nice. Why does this adult... What? He's got crayons, a marker, brick toys, and a book. Where do babies come from? I think we just killed the neighborhood pedophile. All he was missing was, like, jujubes. And outside of an elementary school, no less. Yes, I know. I'm straight up neighborhood watch right now. Although, you know what? I'm dressed like a wizard. So, maybe I'm not that much better. As you say. Actually, he was behind the school? Yes. Alright, I know they changed the caffeine that it can be found in sports drinks. But, like... I just swallowed, like, half a bottle of caffeine pills. And I'm still kind of tired. Oh, I forgot to mark down. Alright, let's do this. Done. Boring. I thought I had a... Yeah, I guess I don't have a can opener. I'll leave that alone. I would very much like, and I'm sure you guys are the same, to get into this school as soon as possible. Is that a... Oh, that's creepy. That's a skeleton. I was like, what is that? Let's see about getting in here. Now I know, as night falls and I lose daylight, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to get to loot this place. Because, like, inside areas at nighttime suck bad. This is so bad. Visibility is miserable. This is nerve-wracking. God, this is awful. Don't worry, if you're like, I hate this too. First shelf. That's right. First shelf. Alright, so that's carpentry 3. Let's mark that down. I am fully ready to, like, bail on this area as fast as I can, if I need to. So don't you worry. I don't need butchery 2. I obviously don't need electrical 1. Fishing 1, I don't need. Pottery 1, I don't need. And pottery 2, I don't need. Forging 2. I do need. Wait, oh, okay. I'm very happy I found carpentry, because all of the rest of these shelves seem to be leisure, pleasure reading, and not educational. Like, the only book here, just about, that was, educational was that Carpentry 3. Chat, I swear to God, I didn't cheat and put it here. I didn't, like, hack it in. I think my area is getting compromised pretty quick. So I'm gonna want to mosey on out of here. This is like a dead end, isn't it? Well, knowing that the real value of this school, honestly, was its books, and I've looted its entire library. Well, there's the whole second story. To be fair, I didn't go upstairs. There is not a library upstairs either. I don't really care about leaving behind a wake. Like, whatever. So let's get back to our vehicle and get the hell out of here. I can't believe basically the only book I was after I found. I'll take it. I'll take whatever luck I can get. I mean, I did search an entire bookstore and an entire school's library, and that's what it took. So I put the effort in. I'm very sus indeed. Yeah, I appreciate it. It is sus. But as you all know, well, maybe so to back up a little bit, the way the loot works in Project Zomboid is it's all random, and it only renders the loot. It only basically calculates what the loot is in a given area once you first discover it. So at server start, areas don't have loot, physical objects of loot. It just has a success chance to find things. So like a bakery doesn't have like a garlic bagel and a plain bagel. It just has potentially bagels. And you actually have to go there to figure out what kind of bagels it has. It doesn't have physical objects until you arrive. I don't know exactly what the radius is, but basically the idea is if I wanted to like drive to Maldra and scout out whether Maldra had sledgehammers or not, and then like save scummed and then tried to stream it, all of the loot I found in Maldra would be fundamentally different arriving the second time, because it's not the same loot pool. It's not like a seed of randomness. It's like a random roll every time you get there, meaning there's no way to like there's not really an easy way for a streamer to like cheese loot. So if I go like, oh, in this VHS store, I want there to be like woodworking 1 through 7. I don't actually know of a way to do that, because the VHS store here doesn't have a loot pool. It has it has the potential to have VHS tapes, but it doesn't actually have physical ones, if that makes sense. So it might, I mean, obviously this is a joke. Like, I didn't actually add Carpentry 3 to the bookshelf of that library. But my point is, even trying to add Carpentry 3 to the bookshelf of that library is surprisingly difficult, given the way that Project Zomboid handles loot pools. That's essentially what I was trying to say. Because for Project Zomboid, it doesn't have loot pools. It doesn't have physical objects until you're there in person. You all remember the elusive sledgehammer series? That's like most of them. I found a sledgehammer pretty early on in this one. But most of the other series, sledgehammer is just always a pain in the butt. Yeah, save's coming until it finally appears. And that doesn't really work on stream because, you know, you see me playing. I can't fake finding things. It doesn't The game isn't that cooperative. I'll put it that way. All right. At this point, I now have the means to work on carpentry a little bit more efficiently. What I would like to do is to poll you guys about what so I now have the Agriculture 1, the Carpentry 3. I have a lot of the books that I was effectively looking for. So, do you want me to work on the second floor of the personal office area? If you do vote for 3, obtaining tapes, what I would go and do is go to a VHS store and try to pair my reading of this carpentry book with woodworking tapes to accelerate. If I'm not mistaken, you can't watch tapes past level 3, though? Is that the case? What the hell is beeping? Alternatively, I can start a community garden. Yeah, it's one of these watches. Shut up, watch. So you guys can decide what I want to do. And I know my giant, like, pile of random loot is bugging you. I do plan on eventually organizing it once I have a physical space to do it. I just don't... There's no point in me putting shelves here, because I don't actually have the space for it at the moment. Yes, it is level 3 cap unless you alter the startup. I have not altered the startup, so yeah, I am capped. So there wouldn't be a point to carpentry tapes. There would be a point to mechanic tapes, though, for instance. Let's eat squash and hamburger buns. That sounds depressing. There's also some other bugs that I didn't know about that I've since interacted with, like making rice or pasta is a little bugged right now, where if it's your base ingredient, it uses up the entire bag. So with all the rice and pasta that I have in the base, I got to be careful to add it to a soup rather than to have it be a standalone dish, or it will like delete the contents and I lose calories as a result, which is a bit of a bummer. It's funny, in real life, there's like, I don't have an issue with eating almost any fruit or vegetable except for squash. There's something about the sort of mushiness of squash I just can't get behind. Oh, apparently, oops. I cooked the burgers in their plastic packaging. Oh, yes. Good job, me. I just did a whole lot of buns. Hopefully that will help with my weight loss. And let's go to sleep. And in the morning, I'll be working on the second floor personal office area. Food for the day. Let's figure that out before I get down. Chicken nuggets and bacon. Eaten like a queen. Maybe like a plus-size queen, but still. Crowbar is fine. I probably need... my water's actually okay for now, but that's going to change really quickly as I do a lot of manual labor. And I'm going to ditch some of my unnecessary carry weight so that I'm as little encumbered as possible. Recognizing that, yes, I am making a mess. Oh, I left those in the bag as well. I'm glad the game's not like, congratulations, you're eating plastic. Or whatever it'd be packaged in. Probably plastic. Okay, for this next task, let's grab rope. And what I'm going to want to do is just maybe bundle as many logs, get the logs up onto the roof, and then saw them up there. I've cut down most of the trees that were like the random trees sitting around the field here for line of sight reasons. So I'm going to start trimming the ones along the fence line. Yo, why was that tree wiggling? Oh, I don't even have an axe. I probably need one of those. Last I checked, I'm not a beaver. I am Timberborn. Fusrona. Oh, the other thing is, I probably ought not to do any of this until the carpentry book is read, right? So maybe what I'll do is I'll wear myself out doing a lot of the timber cutting, and then grind through the book before I actually put the work to use. Because the actual wood cutting part, like, you know, is not the main XP of carpentry. I'll leave this running. There's no way the car's going to make more noise than my cutting down trees. It's weird. This van, while running, is like whisper quiet. Like, I can't hear it right now at all. But the game thinks it's pretty loud. Because it attracts zombies from, like, a block away. Should have grabbed my other my other ropes. Why are these trees so wiggly? It's freaking me out, man. I also think the visibility in forests are like irrationally bad. Like, I don't know about you, but like this amount of trees, I could easily tell if a zombie was walking up, right? Like, there's not a way a zombie's gonna effectively hide behind, like, a few sparse trees. Like, thick forest with dense underbrush? Maybe, but if the underbrush is dense enough, that zombie's really not moving anywhere. A few trees here or there, in-game act way more effective as a vision blocker than they would in real life. Which is why I hate forests in-game. They're freakishly effective at giving zombies a way to sneak up on you. Whoa, exercise! And my poor character is like, dude, what are you doing to me? That's fair. You're carrying effectively 2 trees worth of logs up a rope. The fact that you can get up there at all is a miracle. Sadly, I don't have like a nice lounge chair. I wish you could sit on stairs. You know, like a... Apparently I hurt myself sitting on the stairs. I know it was just my fatigue, but it really did sound like I, like, broke my back sitting down. So I'm just going to grind through this, this carpentry book for the remainder of the day. so that I don't get exhausted at like 1 in the afternoon. These stairs, realistic, honestly? Yeah, they don't look comfortable. That's true. Still probably more comfortable than sitting on the roof. I'm curious. All the industrial roofs of... Oh, it's raining. All the industrial roofs of Zomboid makes it look like it's poured concrete or something. Which is very strange. Because that's just not true. Capacity used... Oh, that's milliliters. I was like, what? Do you guys know if the water trough bug has been fixed yet? Because that one was funny. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, water troughs for animals were like filling up like liters per minute, which is just insanely fast. I had a good laugh about it. I don't know if that's something that they have fixed or not. Alright, so we got through that book. We now have boosted XP for carpentries 5 and 6. My weight is dropping, so let's eat some extra food before heading to sleep. I'll eat popcorn and fish. I'm glad this isn't RimWorld where, like, my stove would explode, being outside unroofed. With that in mind, you know what? Let's put it inside. I mean, why not? I have a spot for it. Stab. Yeah, now it's a little less ghetto. Still pretty ghetto, but getting better. Next book cooking pot. Yeah, this is full of water. I'm gonna put this on the stovetop too. Nothing like putting a pot of water to be boiled in a deep fryer. Said nobody ever, has done never. Oh, fish is done. And now I am full to bursting, still losing weight. Is there something caloric I can just shove in my face? Here. Oh, I'm too full. Well, I'm hoping that I'm out of some... I could just eat sugar cubes. We'll figure it out tomorrow. So sleep. Make sure I have the, pillow buff. So seeing those books sitting on the rain is making you uncomfortable? I wouldn't do it like that if I knew it wasn't a threat to it. But thankfully, Zomboid doesn't really care if I have wet books or not. Makes really no difference at all. There we go. Now we have a fresh pot of water. Okay, let's continue on the plan for an office area. Why is, what's with the small batch? Just keep doing it. Alright, we have a lot of planks now, and let's go to the build menu. Open up carpentry. Now, all the walls I'm making right now are going to be ugly. Oh, my nails are favorited. All the walls I'm going to be making right now are going to be ugly as sin. But what we can do is once my level goes up a little bit, I can improve them to bring them up to normal level. I'm also going to need to shop around for hinges and knobs for the doors that I'm putting in. I didn't bother grabbing those. Oh, I can make an advanced wall right off the bat. But I need the frame first. So much carpentry experience, hell yeah. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow zombie survivors.